Hello everyone, this is my second video for the lesson The Beggar and the Five Dozais. I hope you all have watched the first video and got to know the summary of the lesson. Now first you all write down the hard words 5 times in your course copy and learn them. The words are beggar, B-E-G-G-A-R, beggar. Number 2, extreme, E-X-T-R-E-M-E, extreme. Number 3, neighbor, N-E-I-G-H-B-O-U-R, neighbor. Number 4, enough, E-N-O-U-G-H, enough. Number 5, glowed, G-L-O-W-E-D, glowed. Number 6, coriander, C-O-R-I-A-N-D-E-R, coriander. Number 7, remaining, R-E-M-A-I-N-I-N-G, remaining. Number 8, listened, L-I-S-T-E-N-E-D, listened. Number 9, imagining, I-M-A-G-I-N-I-N-G, imagining. Occasionally, number 10 is occasionally, O-C-A-S-I-O-N-A-L-L-Y, occasionally. Number 11, pronounce, P-R-O-N-O-U-N-C-E, pronounce. Number 12, terrible, T-E-R-R-I-B-L-E, terrible. Number 13, gathered, G-A-T-H-E-R-E-D, gathered. Number 14, immensely, I-M-M-E-N-S-E-L-Y, immensely. Number 15, memorable, M-E-M-O-R-A-B-L-E, memorable. So we'll write down these spellings in your course copy 3 times and learn them properly. Now you all take out your books and read the lesson with me and understand the lesson well. In a village in Tamil Nadu, there once lived a poor beggar named Shankar. He lived in a small hut with his wife Padma. Shankar went out every morning carrying a clean vessel. He returned home with only enough rice for the day's meal, and thus they lived on in extreme poverty. So, this is the story which took place in Tamil Nadu. Here, there was a beggar whose name was Shankar, and he lived with his wife Padma in a small hut. And every morning, Shankar went out to beg with a clean vessel. Vessel is the utensil which he used to take with himself, wherein people gave him some money or rice or any food. He returned home with enough rice for the day's meal, and so the rice that he bring back home after begging, the couple made the meal only with that rice. So they were living in extreme poverty. They were very, very poor. One day, a neighbor invited the couple to a feast, and among the people of this village, those eyes were always a part of the good things served on festive occasions. So one day, there was a neighbor. The neighbor invited Padma and Shankar to at his home for a feast. Feast is a large meal or a big meal which is prepared on some occasions. So they were invited on some occasion to their neighbor's house, and in that village dosa was the favorite or the favorite item which is to be prepared in all festive seasons. So on all occasions people used to make dosas. Shankar and Padma had their fill of dosas at the feast. They were so pleased with them that Padma wished to prepare some dosas in their own home and began to save a little rice every day from what her husband brought her. When enough rice had been collected, she asked her neighbor to give her a little black dal, which she readily did. Both Shankar and Padma glowed with joy that day. for they were looking forward to eating the fluffy, wholesome dosas a second time. So, when Shankar and Padma went to that feast, they were very happy to eat that dosa. They liked the dosa so much that Padma decided to make the dosa herself, and she thought of saving every day. She would save some rice that her husband Shankar brought from begging. She used to save some rice every day, and finally she collected some rice and she borrowed some black dal from her neighbor, and she was prepared to make the dosa with that rice and dal. And they were very happy. They glowed with joy, means they looked very happy when they collected those dal and rice to prepare the dosa. They were very happy to eat the dosa for the second time. Padma first ground the rice and the black dal into a paste. She mixed it well with a little salt, green chilies, coriander seeds, and curd to form a batter. She then poured a little into a pan on the fire. Her mouth watered the whole time while she was making the dosas. By the time her husband returned, she was just turning the fifth dosa out of the pan. As she put all 5 dosas in front of him, his mouth began to water too. He kept 2 for himself and placed 2 on Padma's plate, but what was to be done with the 5th? So Padma prepared the batter. Batter is the liquid which is or semi-liquid which is made with the flour and water with some liquid. When the batter is prepared, so Padma prepared the batter with rice and dal, and she mixed green chilies, coriander seeds and curd to form the thick batter, and then she started preparing the dosas. She prepared 4 dosas, and when she turned out the 5th dosa, her husband came in and he decided to take 2 dosas to put. He put 2 dosas on Padma's plate and 2 dosas on his plate. Now 1 dosa was left. Now who will eat that dosa? This was the question. 1 extra dosa was left. Padma prepared 5 dosas. 2 was in Padma's plate and 2 was in Shankar's plate. Now 1 was left. Who will take that dosa? He could not think of a way out of this difficulty, that half and half made 1 whole, and that each of them could take 2.5 dosas was not something he thought of at all. The beloved dosas could not be torn into pieces. So this was a problem in front of him. He could not decide that out of 1 dosa they can make half and half. Half Padma can take and half he can take with that 1 dosa. But this did not come to Shankar's mind, and he was worried that who will take that 1 dosa. This thought of dividing the 1 into 2 halves did not came in Shankar's mind, because they did not want to torn that beloved dosa. The dosa was so dear to them. They loved the dosa. They loved dosa so much that they did not want to torn that dosa. So Shankar said to Padma that either he or she must take the remaining 1. But how were they to decide who should be the lucky one? Shankar finally said, "Let us both stretch ourselves out on either side of the kitchen and close our eyes. Whoever opens their eyes or speaks first will only get 2 dosas, and the other person will get 3. So now Shankar said to Padma, who will take the remaining 1, and they were unable to decide that who will take this lucky dosa which is left. Now Shankar finally said that we should stretch ourselves out on either side. Stretch ourselves, lie down and relax or sleep. We will stretch ourselves, we will lie down here in front of our kitchen, and the one who opens his or her eye first will get 2 dosa, and the one who sleeps for more time will get 3 dosas. Both Shankar and Padma wanted to get the 3 dosas so much that they both agreed to these rules. So they both agreed. Yes, we will sleep, we will lie down, and one who gets up early will get 2, and one who gets who and one who is not getting up is will get 3 dosas. Padma placed the 5 dosas pan on the kitchen counter. She then carefully closed the door and lay down on one side of the kitchen, while her husband lay down on the other side of the kitchen. They listened with bated breath, waiting to see which of them would open their eyes or speak first. So they both lied down in front of their kitchen with the dosas on the plate, and they were eagerly waiting. They listened with bated breath. That means they were eagerly waiting that who will open his or her eyes first, who will speak first. Why they were excited? Because the one who will speak first will get 2, and the one who will not speak, who will keep on lying, will get 3. The first few hours were not easy. Both Shankar and Padma lay quite still. The whole house still smelt of Padma's cooking. The delicious aroma of the dosai batter frying in oil hung in the air. The tangy smell of tomato onion chutney tickled their nostrils. They lay there in complete silence, imagining what it would be like to taste that first bite of dosai. It was not an easy task to lie down continuously in front of their favorite food item, which was placed in the kitchen counter. The smell was coming. The smell was so nice of the chutney and the dosa, which was cooked in oil. That smell was making them hungry more, and they wanted to get up, but they did not, because they wanted an extra one of their beloved dosas, so they did not get up. Something was biting Shankar's foot. He felt a sharp pain in his big toe. Shankar thought that one of the red ants that occasionally found their way into the house had attacked his toe. It itched terribly, but Shankar did not dare move, for he knew that Padma was listening intently. If he moved even a fraction of an inch, Padma would pronounce the contest over and declare herself the winner. So he lay perfectly still, trying not to think about his itchy toe. So, after some time, Shankar's leg was itching, his toe was itching, like some ant has bitten on his toe, but he laid still. He did not get up, because if he gets up, Padma will be the winner, and he did not wanted Padma to win the bet or win the contest. So he laid there perfectly. The hours ticked by. The night sky began to grow lighter and lighter, and soon it was dawn. What is dawn? Dawn is the early morning, the time of the day when light first appears on the earth. That time is called dawn. So it was early morning, and the whole night passed, but they did not get up. Padma tried to sneak a peek at Shankar. She opened one eyelid very, very carefully as she sneaked a look at him. She realized with a start that he was doing this exact same thing. So they both were looking at each other, trying to look at each other by hiding themselves, so that the other person, Shankar, could not see Padma, and Padma could not see Shankar, that who is getting up. She quickly closed her eye again, hoping he had not noticed. He had of course speak, but he remained silent. So they both were seeing at each other, but they remained silent. They spent an entire second day and then a third in this manner. The house remained shut throughout that time. So this is how they spent the whole second day. The first day night, the second day, and the third day started, and they were same like that. They did not get up. Can you imagine? The house was shut. Soon the whole village began to worry about Shankar and Padma. What had happened to them? The villagers' elders said, "See whether their house is locked on the outside and whether they have left us to go to some other village." One of the village watchmen came and tried to push the door open, but it would not open. So the villagers did not see Padma and Shankar for 2 days. They were very much worried about them, that what had happened to them, or they have moved to some other villages without telling them. So one village watchman watchman tried to push the door, but it did not open. Surely, said the elders, it is locked on the inside. Something terrible must have happened. The village folk waste did not want to waste time wondering what might have happened, so they sent 2 watchmen to climb the roof and open the latch from the inside. So they wanted to push the door, they wanted to open the door, but the door did not open because it was closed from inside. Padma and Shankar were lying inside the room, and their door was closed from inside. So the watchman decided to go to get inside their house by climbing the roof and open the door from inside. Meanwhile, the whole village, men, women, and children, stood outside the house to see what had taken place inside. The watchman jumped into the house and found Shankar and Padma stretched out on 2 opposite sides of the kitchen, stiff and motionless. The noise of the watchman jumping in had startled them, of course, but they neither had moved nor opened their eyes. So, when all village men gathered outside their house, that what had happened to Shankar and Padma, why they are not getting up, why they are not coming out of their house. Meanwhile, the watchman jumped into their house. Padma and Shankar heard the voice of the watchman, but they did not get up because they wanted the third dosa. Can you imagine? Shankar and Padma were so still that the watchman thought they had both died. They opened the door solemnly and the whole village rushed in. Now the watchman thought that they both had died because they were lying still. They did not move when the watchman get inside. So the watchman opened the door quietly, seriously, and the villagers came inside their house. Shankar and Padma were carried to an open area. Everyone gathered around them in a circle and began talking about how fond they were of the 2 poor people in front of them. So what happened? Padma and Shankar were taken out in an open area from their house. The villagers brought them outside the house, and everyone made a circle in front of them. They were worried what happened to them. Shankar was always so polite, said one old lady, shaking her head. And Padma worked so hard, said Padma's neighbor, the one who had given her the black dal for her dosais. So the villagers were feeling very bad for them. They said that they both Shankar and Padma were so good people. What had happened to them? The sun was hot above the village. The Shankar and Padma began to sweat, but nobody noticed. A bit of dust was troubling Padma immensely, and she was sure she was about to sneeze. At the same time, Shankar was being bothered by a fly which circled round and round his head. It buzzed in his ear annoyingly. So the sun was so hot, the weather was so hot, and Padma and Shankar were sweating, but still nobody looked at that they were sweating, so they are alive. Nobody understood this, and the dust was troubling Padma very much. The dust went into her nose. She wanted to sneeze, but she stopped herself from sneezing also. And the Shankar was continuously getting disturbed by a house fly which was moving around his head and making sound of buzz. But he did not move at all. Just at the moment when Padma felt she could not hold her sneeze any longer, the fly perched on Shankar's nose. Achoo! So when Padma was deciding that she now cannot hold her sneeze, she wanted to sneeze because dust was getting into her nose. At that time only Shankar sneezed. Achoo! The villagers' hushed conversation was interrupted by a mighty sneeze. So the sneeze was so big that the villagers' conversation was stopped, and the villagers were stopped the conversation that villagers were going on, that what happened to Padma and Shankar, why they are lying still. It was stopped by the sneeze of Shankar. So Shankar sneezed first. So who won? Padma won the bet. I will be satisfied with the 2 dosais. Shankar sat up looking disgruntled, very disappointed, very annoyed, very angry. So he said, now I will only take 2 dosais and I cannot lay down more. I will take 2 dosais now. Padma opened her eyes saying, I have won. I will get 3 dosais now. Padma was very happy because she will get 3 dosas. The villagers who had been dumbstruck by the sudden revival of the 2 people questioned Shankar and his wife until they knew the entire story. The villagers laughed at what Shankar and Padma had done to get 1 more dosai. So now the villagers came to know, and they were so much shocked when they heard Padma saying that she will get 3 dosas, and Shankar saying that I will be satisfied with 2 dosas. Now the villagers came to know that why they were sitting still, why they were lying still, because they wanted the 3rd dosa. For that they spent 2 days lying still. They were very much shocked. When the 2 of them returned home, they were shocked to find that the dosais had been claimed by a horde of horrid ants. Shankar almost wept at the sight. Now when they came inside the house to get the dosa, they were very much disappointed at the sight of the dosa, because the dosas were eaten away by the red ants. And Shankar started crying because the ant has eaten all the dosas, and Shankar and Padma could not get a single piece. Of course it will happen, because 3 days the meal will be spoiled if it is kept like this 3 days. They were so stupid. Throw those away, said one of the village elders, and come to our house to eat some hot fresh dosais. Shankar and Padma ate a hearty meal that evening. Each of them ate not 2, not 3, but 4 piping hot dosais each. So one of the villagers said, throw those dosais, they are not fresh. Come to my home, I will serve you some hot dosais with sambar and chutney. And then that day Padma and Shankar ate 4 dosais each. The neighbor invited them to their house, and they ate piping hot, very hot dosa. They were served by one of the villagers. After that memorable day, our hero and the heroine were called the dosai lovers, and any time a household in the village made dosais, morning or evening, you would be sure to see a plate full of them being taken to the house of the dosai lovers. From that day, that was a memorable day in that village, and from that day, the hero and heroine, who are the hero and heroine of this village, Padma and Shankar, they became the hero and heroine of this village, who were also called the dosai lovers. So they were also called dosai lovers, and this was a memorable day in that village, because Padma and Shankar they were so much in love with dosa that they slept, that they lied still for 2 days. And anytime a household in a village, and anytime if in this village, if anyone prepares dosa, it was sure that they will give a plate full of dosa to Shankar and Padma. So this was the story. This was a Tamil story. This was a Tamil village story, where we saw that dosa is a favorite food item, and everyone liked dosa so much, but not like Padma and Shankar. They were the real hero heroine who were dosa lovers, and this story is a folk tale of Tamil Nadu. I hope you all have understood the lesson. Now you will be provided with your assignments in parent portal. Goodbye. Thank you.